So, Darren, you said, and we have 26 examples around the country that you've looked at. Is anyone doing anything remotely close to this? Or are they kind of locked into the old school of, let me see what kind of financial incentive I can give someone for a house or education or a job? This is quite different.
This really is different. It's different in terms of value to the employee. It's more than the average value. The typical programs that we're seeing out there vary between 5 and 10,000. New Haven is a little bit unique in that they've got an option, to provide up to 30,000 in homeowner support. But a $20,000 value to an employee, that's really going to move the needle. I mean, that's a lot of money to a nurse, a welder, a network engineer, somebody in their late 20s, early 30s. That's meaningful, even if as it accrues over 5 years of time. Additionally, what's different about this is state involvement and public-private sector contribution. What's I think very unique is how this effort has quantified and estimated the revenue and profit value to the industry to attract those workers. What kind of top line revenue miss are we going to experience as an employer if we have these jobs that are unfilled? And I would echo what the analysis conservatively doesn't even take into account is shudder to think if Wisconsin can't fill those 2,100 nursing jobs. Think of the impact to health. Think of the downstream impacts to all sorts of ways that we care for our population. That's really going to be a problem. So this is unique in terms of value and in terms of funding source.
You mentioned something earlier about playing defense as well as offense. And on the defense side, I think the implication was keeping what we have here, so they don't leave. Mm-hmm. And one of the areas where we're really good in this country is our education system. I mean, K-12, and there's lots of controversy all the time about distribution of aids and all kinds of things. But our K-12, our 2-year college, our 4-year university, our tech college system, you're all around the country. We've got to be one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, from all of those factors, healthcare, education, infrastructure, Wisconsin does very well, and I think that the perception outside of Wisconsin is that one of the reasons Wisconsin does well is the residents are paying for it in taxes. There is a view out there that Wisconsin is not a low tax state, right? If you look at the states around the country that are net importers of people, they tend to be places that are low tax for the individual. Places like Florida, places like Texas, where they're receiving large numbers of people. I believe, and I can attest, having grown up here, that if we can get people here, if we can get people to put down roots here, those quality of life attributes make a big difference, and they keep people here. I do think that it's worth a bit of a nudge to get people to make that jump to come into state, to overcome some of the perceptions that they might have about living here.